Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we currently have some rebellion happening, which is not surprising in any meaningful way. We knew that this was absolutely going to happen. Now, the real question is, what's going on with this civil war? This was not a thing last episode, so I have to assume this is fake. We know that we can reset that by coming in here and finding a place where we can build. Okay, so let's do Carinitis. The name is literally Carinitis. Okay, well that is off over this direction, apparently. And that looks fine. We can build 12 buildings here. This is a location that we just took back, I believe, and so they deleted the buildings here. Very rude of them, but you know, that happens. So we'll build something like that. And that should reset this. It made it worse. Okay, so that's noted. Who's angry then? So there is the governor of Punt. That is the worst one. We definitely need to deal with this guy. Okay, he has 0.2 loyalty. Well, we can certainly bribe him. That'll gain 15 loyalty. And apparently that updated him to 65 loyalty. Interesting. Very interesting. And now no one's actually disloyal. I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't think this is real anymore. I don't think it was ever real. So I want these guys to come down and fight Lydia down over here. We really need Lydia to accept peace here, which they will not quite do at this point. They have 5 reasons not to. So that's understood. We want to come down and deal with these guys. Now, down this way, Palmery. I'm wondering if we can force them out. They're at high war enthusiasm, I think. But let's let this tick for a month tick here. I just restarted the game. I'd like to let it go for a month tick and recalculate, hopefully, nearly everything. We're also going to have more rebellions fairly soon, so that's definitely noted. But let's give it a month tick and make sure that everything is cleaned up here. Okay, month tick happening. We have entered into a war against Gore. Okay, this is a rebellion against Siracine. Understood. So these guys are currently Black Flag. They're going to turn around and do that. These guys are... I think they were on road build. They have exited road build. That's fine. We can have them be no longer on road build, and I want these guys to be on force march. They're going to go up and deal with Gore. That war is over. They just don't know it yet. So that looks fine for the moment. These guys don't need to be on force march right now. Okay. So I would love to get Arabia Felix Centralis out of this war. These guys are all high war enthusiasm right now. Okay, that's interesting. But Arabia Felix Centralis, we can't kick them out for a number of months here. That's noted. Okay, let's check in on Palmerine. So what can we do here? 1 November as well. Okay. So what about Tawar down here? I'd love to get this over because they're close to capping this back. If we could get Tawar out, that would be amazing. However, 1 November. Okay. So that's absolutely noted. It looks like there's not much that we can do to get these guys out right now. These guys just rebelled. So I'd like to head down here. Can Daru be pieced out? The answer to that is no, that's 1 November as well. Okay, so that is absolutely noted. We've got a lot of stuff that needs to happen here. So I'd like these guys to come down and eliminate this Western Delta force. We just won the siege of Alexandria, which is, of course, a big deal. We should come down over to here. We just won the siege of Arias as well. So this is being done is actually huge. I want these guys to force march down this direction, and we'll see if we can get here in time. So down we go. We may or may not be able to piece out Ammon. Let's let this auto cap happen, but there's actually going to be this up here, so we can't actually do that. They did not win that siege tick. That's very, very good. We're going to continue to force march down. Unfortunately, we're going to get caught by these guys. That's going... not really caught, but they're going to hold us still there for a little bit. We stack wiped them, but we did still get here in time. Perfect. Okay, so that's a big deal that happened. I like it. That's very, very good. So we've got these guys on the way over here. It's currently May. That's understood. Checking in on these scenarios out over here. Lydia took this back. Okay, I'm not shocked about that one, but let's get these guys over to here to reinforce. Okay, we won down over this direction, which was fully expected. Now what we need to do is make our way back up over here, like this. So back up we go. We got a steadfast victory up over here, which was expected. So now that was a stack wipe, and we just won the Siege of Mediana, which is great. We're going to need to take this over. Is Mediana a separate war? We've got that Tinos Rebellion. We've got the Mediana Rebellion. Yeah, this is a separate war. So we just need to cap here, and that'll be good. Darn is joining the War of Independence up over here. I'm not surprised about that. That's absolutely fine. We will deal with it. Trade influx? Okay. Sure. So that seems fine for now. We've got these guys on their way in, and these are on unit reorg. I want them to come down over this direction. I'm going to unforce march this. If they manage to siege this, they manage to siege it, and there's not much we can do about it. So it's 5 June right now, and we know that it's going to be November before we can piece out a lot of this. So that's understood. This is capped. I want to head up and fight these mercenaries and this levy. We should easily be able to defeat that force. Okay, we stack wiped over here, which was expected. Let's get this taken care of. Slaughter all of the people who are converting to Christianity, of course. We are not fans of that as of now. There we go. And to Zor. Noted. Okay. So this is fine. We're not surprised about any of this. Mediana is now done. So I want to come out over this direction and take all of their stuff. There we go. And we'll lose half a point of AE. Perfect. And then these guys, I want them to go up and start attacking Darn. Like this. Okay, so we're victorious in Arias, which was expected. We need to head up over to here next. There we go. And as far as Lydia goes, we really want to take this back, but we also want to prevent them from taking territory out here, right? So let's force march up over this way. Let's grab this and then head south. We won this siege, which is very, very good. This is now fully occupied. That sounds great. So these guys are probably going to hang out in this area. So this is Zadrakarta. Is that in this? No, this is its own thing. That's this. Beautiful. So we're going to be able to piece that out momentarily. Just waiting on the auto cap then. There we go. Auto cap is done. We sue for peace here, and we're going to take all of this. There we go. Lose half a point of aggressive expansion, and that's now done. Okay, now out over this way, this is going to be falling eventually. Darn is going to take a while, and we are... Okay, we're victorious over here. That was expected. This is going to auto cap, and I would like it if these guys would head down to here. Okay, so we're grabbing this. That looks great. Lycia. Okay, that's down over here. They joined a War of Independence, so that's understood. There's this Gore Rebellion, which has Gore and Siracine, or rather, Gore and Darn. These are together. And then there's all of these guys, all in one. And then there's Lydia, which should be willing to exit this war momentarily. We just stack wiped these guys down here. Okay, cool. It is August at this time. So that is definitely noted. Okay. So we are just about done over here. That looks good. And we just won, or actually we lost this battle. This is because the Mercs didn't show up in time. And they're locked in. Well, that's not great. We did just win this, so let's move up to... Who is Ziva? They're a vassal. Okay. So do we need anything down over here? The answer is no. We can come up over here, though. So that looks good. How are things looking with Lydia? We just need this auto cap? Okay, sure. Head on down to here. This should be Lydia willing to exit this war as of now, in theory. So let's see if they're willing to do this. No, they still have 0 reasons to not want to do that. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's head over to here. There we go. So far, this is fine. Mostly. This is a problem out here, of course. These guys are going to need to reinforce a bit. I'd like these guys to retreat to here. And we're going to need to reinforce this, but that's okay. They're sieging here, but they've actually decided to leave this siege. That's a really, really big deal. Okay, that is huge. So right now, I want these guys to force march down to here. There we go. They're currently taking our capital, which is understood. Who is this? This is Tazor. Okay, I'm not sure there's much we can do about that right now, to be honest. We really need Lydia to be willing to exit this. There we go. They are now willing to exit. Okay, so we're going to take all of the Lydian territory. Perfect. And these guys, they're going to come around over here and start hitting Lycia. Excellent. Okay, so far so good on these rebellions. And we just won another siege of Assail. Where is that? Ah, that's this. Beautiful. So now we're going to head up over this direction. I'm not going to force march. I would like to recover a bit. Okay, Philistia. Gotcha. So that's going to be, yeah, right over here. Expected. It is currently October. So we are very close to being able to clean up a lot of these. Okay, we are on our way in over here. We will reinforce our allies. There we go. Okay, have we arrived in Darn yet? The answer is no, we have not. I'm not shocked about that, but let's start taking back some of this territory out over here. And then these guys, we would like to definitely be moving northward. I'm actually going to have them head directly to Philistia, like this. Okay, so that is fine for right now. We just won this battle, which was expected. We're going to have these guys not force march anymore. We would like them to, okay, rebellion out over here. Noted. This is not shocking either. We're expecting all of this. This is all because of the disease, for the record. And we can't hire more mercs. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to have these guys start heading up this direction. Let's get up here. Cool. So we're going to take this back, and it is currently November. So that means that we can start piecing some of these out. So first things first. Arabia Felix Centralis. Let's do it. So Arabia Felix Centralis would be this. They are not willing to accept this because they have 37 reasons. Okay. Sure. Let's move these guys down. I want to be on unit reorg for both of these, but let's move them southward for the moment. Let's look for other opportunities to piece out. So, opportunity number 1, I think, would be Palmyrene, perhaps? Let's see how that's going. So, let's see what we can do here. They have 40 reasons as well. Okay, so this is all because they think that they're making gains because they keep having more places rebel. That's fine, but we'll get through this. So that's okay. So these guys are going to head off over this direction. I want them to no longer be on force march, but I'd like to make our way up over here. Okay, so we're no longer importing livestock from these locations. That's understood. So we need to come up over this direction and get some of these out of the fight, right? That's definitely something that we need to do. There's a lot of enemies rebelling. These guys have joined the war against us. Again, this is all due to this plague epidemic. That just creates so much unrest. There's not much we can do about it other than just weather the storm. We are starting to get to the point where some of these are being weathered. We lost this battle down over here. I mean, that's just mercenaries, so I'm not shocked about that necessarily. I wonder if Daru would be willing to exit yet. Tawar is down to medium war enthusiasm, actually. So let's go to Tawar here and see if they are willing to peace out yet. One reason not to. Okay. So I want these guys to come in here, and we're going to have all of these be sieging here. That'll increase our siege speed somewhat. Okay, I want these guys to come in over here. There we go. We lost the Siege of Daru, which at this point was expected. That's absolutely understood, and we're victorious up here in Aza, which is also expected. Let's get Philistia out of this. That's mission number 1. So we need to get these sieges completed, right? How's this Gore rebellion going? So Darn is being sieged right now. These guys should move up here and siege there. But I'm going to have them exit Force March for now. Steadfast victory. Yep, that's fine. Autosave is occurring. Okay, we'll look at this in just a moment. I want these guys to exit Force March. Okay, so Tazor lost this battle, which was expected. Let's head up over here. There we go. We need to get these sieges finished, right? That is our current primary mission. If this siege would finish, that would be a big deal for us, actually. Okay, so we stack wipe this force, which was expected. Now what I want to do is I want to head up to here. So on we go. These mercs over here, they should be on unit reorg right now. There we go. And these guys, they are not yet willing to... I want to take these off of unit reorg. They're not yet willing to surrender. I want to check in. They're at high war enthusiasm right now for some reason. Sure, that's a stack wipe up over here, and we're going to start up a second siege over at Darn. We just won the siege of Aza, which is huge. Let's go take back Jerusalem. Excellent. So these guys are joining a war of independence. Understood. So this is, of course, going to be a bit of a thing. We're going to send these guys down to deal with that. So down they go. Wonderful. So let's take Jerusalem back. I'm going to take these guys off of Force March for right now. I'd like them to recover. And unfortunately, this siege hasn't ended yet. We would really like it if it did. And yeah, we lost the Siege of Alexandria. That was completely and totally expected. So I think we need to go to Shechem next, up over here. Something like this. There we go. So we're still at 49% here. Eventually, this siege will end. 64. Oof. Bad rolls on that. So I'd like to come up over here and eliminate these mercenaries. We have more than enough to do that now, and that should be enough to convince these guys to exit. Okay, more evangelism happening. No surprises there. We just won this siege, which is huge. Let's come down here and eliminate this army, although it should be taken care of by Gera. So we'll allow this to auto-cap at this time. And I'd like these guys to come down to here. There we go. So that's all under control right now. Laconia? Okay, that's these guys down over here. We will get to that, but right now we've got other problems. Okay, so this is all auto-capped. Let's see if Saravine is willing to exit. They're at medium? Let's see. So, we should go through some of these pretty soon and just see who all's willing to exit. Yeah, 13 reasons here. They think that they're making gains. They think that they're making gains. Insane. So we've got Tawar down here. They're at high war enthusiasm. I don't know why they think they're making gains. I think it's because more places are rebelling and joining the war. But they're not making gains in actuality. So we're going to head up over here and eliminate this force. This is going to be a very large force. We just won this siege as well. Okay, where's our navy at? It's down here. Okay, so let's pull our navy up to here for now. And these guys, we're going to head up there as well. We're going to need to go take care of some of this stuff, right? Laconia is going to need to be taken. So that's understood. I want these guys to come up over to here for now and continue to take back this territory. Gaul and Ionia. Okay, so Ionia is their own thing. They just started their own war. But Gaul here, these guys are... Why can't we travel here? There, now we can. That was weird. Okay, so Gaul is joining an existing war, and that is this one. Understood. So next up, we need to be out over here, right? And I really want Darn to be finished. We did just win one of these sieges. So let's pile these guys in here for now. And as far as these forces over here go, we're still fighting a really big battle. So that battle, if we win that, is going to be very good for us. Okay, this is all taken. So we're going to be able to end one of these wars. These guys won down here. Again, not surprising. Looks like we're winning this battle. That's a huge battle for us to win. They do have reinforcements force marching up, but I don't know that that's going to be enough. And there's no crossing nearby, so they're going to have a hard time getting there. Please end this battle. Please end. Okay, we ended. Beautiful. So now this battle is going to happen. We're at 99% out over here. So we need to end this, and that would be... Darn would be taken by us, and Gore would become our client state. Like this. Would there still be some Darn territory? If there is, we'll make them be our client state. Something like that. 13 aggressive expansion for that? That's weird. Okay, so that's all fine for right now. So this is currently controlled by Darn, which of course gets flipped back. Apparently Darn does exist somewhere. That's interesting. Maybe. Darn maybe exists somewhere. Okay, let's pull these guys back down over this way, just in case. So I want to grab this other army. Let's put them somewhere around, like, here for now. They can start heading this direction. Okay, so we're down to the 2 wars. We've got Ionia, which is, of course, right out over here. And we're going to need to head around like this and get this siege underway. So unfortunately, this navy is slightly awkwardly located. But these guys, they can come down and fight this Lycian army. So that looks okay for now. And we definitely have some forces running around over here. I'd like to force march these guys down to here to eliminate these mercenaries before they build morale. So we've got more battling happening here. And we just won a small battle up here. Apparently we have no leadership in this legion. So this is punt. We'll put in this guy. There we go. And we have a lack of governor up over this direction. That's okay. Now, we do have this civil war being worked on. So we do need to deal with this guy. Done. Okay, so that's handled. And we've defended Philistia. That looks good. So now what we need to do is we need to go take back Alexandria. I'm going to unforce march this. I want to be able to actually recover this. We just lost the siege of Mariabet, which is very unfortunate. Apparently we missed with these guys. Okay. I'm going to leave our troops here. Actually, the mercs have basically nothing. We need to take this back. Okay, so Khal has rebelled out over this direction. There's so many rebellions right now. This plague is really rough. We need to be able to separate piece some of these, right? That would be absolutely ideal. Let's move these guys over here. I'm looking at troop counts. Let's just stack wipe this quick. And then come down over here. Beautiful. So we're going to fight something down over here. That's for sure. Yeah, this looks good. So that seems fine. We're going to fight here as well. 48k here, but they have low morale. I want to fight this. Beautiful. So we'll win this battle easily enough. And I'd like to split these guys up somewhat. But we need to really start piecing some of these out, right? So this is Ionia here. And what do we got here? Anybody who's not feeling it. Well, there's Tawar down over this direction. Let's see if they're willing to peace out yet. So that is these guys here. Yes, they are willing to peace out. Do it. Okay, so that looks good. Next, we could look at Ammon. Or actually, let's look at Palmyrene. So that's these guys here. They're not willing to. They have 30 reasons not to. 30. Okay. Well, next up would be maybe Ammon. So they're at medium war enthusiasm. Let's see what they're thinking. Minus 32. Okay. Well, what other mediums do we have here? Western Delta. Well, I don't think we're ready for that one quite yet, but we can take a look. Yeah, we can't even claim this. The capital needs to be occupied for it to be part of a peace treaty, and they wouldn't accept this right now. So that's not going to be an option. What else do we need? These guys? Ah, okay. Maybe? Maybe. No, they have 10 reasons not to. Okay, well, let's continue to finish up these battles up over here. That civil war is still brewing. We need to deal with this guy next. Done. Okay, so that's handled. We won the siege up over here. That's a big deal. So let's get that finished, and let's let this auto cap happen. And we just won the siege here. Beautiful. Now, I want to come down and reinforce the Syracine troops that are down here. There we go. So that'll be good. I'd love to get Arabia Felix Centralis actually out of here. They're still at high war enthusiasm, though. Okay. Well, that's going to take some time. So that's absolutely noted. We have these two forces here, right? And I'd like them to start heading down here. And then also down here. Now, these mercs are currently fighting this force. They're going to lose that, and for the moment, I'm going to have them retreat. So that's absolutely fine for right now. Let's let these auto caps finish. There we go. We're now at 99 versus Ionia. So we want to take this, but that's 158 peace offer value. We actually can't take this. We have to make them a client state. That's insane. Okay. So Ionia is our client state now. That's bonkers that we actually had to make them a client state. Okay, so now we've got Lycia out over here, right? We've only got the one war now. So that's a very good thing. Let's go ahead and move these guys over to here, because we need to go take care of this situation. No doubt about that. So, how is everyone thinking about this now? Not as good as I would like. Okay, let's go take back Alexandria quick. And Olby is now joining this war. So that's these guys up over here. Understood. We'll get there eventually. We've got a bunch of sieges ongoing still. I want to get these guys moving over, like, this direction. Let's get them over here. We're going to need more troops over on this side. So for now, I want these guys to embark, and we're going to sail right on up over this direction. We can just land, like, out over here. And that's fine. Okay, so we stack wiped this down here. Is Arabia Felix Centralis more interested in exiting this now? They have 9 reasons not to. Okay, so I'm going to send these mercs out over here. I believe this is the capital here, if I remember correctly. I may not, though. That may not be correct. And the capital here is somewhere. I don't actually know. Let's head up over here for now. Okay, so we've got forces moving down here. We're working on a lot of different locations at this moment. So the Siege of Doreen is now won. We can get this taken care of. Okay. So let's head over this direction. Wonderful. And of course, barbarians would rise up right now. We can't deal with them. For right now, we're going to have to leave them be. So I'd like to see about knocking Hebrew Doreen out of this war. Let's finish up this battle, and then they're probably going to be interested in exiting. Okay, bad research ratio. That's probably just due to our really awkward situation here. So at this point, Hebrew Doreen might be willing to exit. That would be these guys. They have 21 reasons not to. They believe that they're making gains at this time. They're really, really, really not. But they think that they are, because more provinces keep rebelling. There's not much we can do about that other than just continuing to crush them. Okay, so we're going to head around over this way, and we're going to launch an invasion of Laconia. So we're going to come in here. Now these guys are rebelling, and peace is currently being enforced in this. Okay, that's awkward. We're going to come in here, and that, of course, means Tinos is the primary issue. We need to deal with that. Understood. Well, this is a separate rebellion out over here. That's easy to handle. We're going to get these guys who are right here to pivot up and deal with that. This is, of course, a problem. We have a lot of problems at this moment. Eventually, the siege of Western Delta will finish. Where are you going? Why are you rebellious? I'm going to bribe this guy. Come on back. There we go. I want you in a very specific place. Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue working on this. We're up to 60 war score here now, and we just need to... Oh, wait. Arabia Felix Centralis might be willing to exit right now. They went down to low war enthusiasm. Do it. Okay. So that's a big deal. That's done. Who else was at low? Ammon. Okay, so that's these guys up here. 15 reasons not to. Okay, who else is at low war enthusiasm? Just them? Lycia and Philistia. Okay, let's check in on Philistia. So they are in this list somewhere. Well, here's Lycia. So we can come up over here and see if they're willing to exit. This capital isn't occupied. We're probably going to have to make them be a vassal anyway, but Philistia, perhaps. So let's see about Philistia here. No, they have 43 reasons not to. Okay, well, it is time to... And there's Axum rebelling against us immediately. Just the very moment. Also a slave rebellion up over here. Okay, very awkward. Very awkward. We're going to continue to work on this in the next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGar, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.